Scattered light started as an experiment to take an image, if you will, and turn it into a sculpture, a three-dimensional sculpture. So this looks like a three-dimensional image behind me, but it's actually a two-dimensional image that's stretched into 3 dimensions. It makes the image relatively clear when you look on it from straight on, but as you start to walk around it off-axis, it becomes abstract fairly quickly because it's like looking at an image from the side. This work's been in 2 other places. It started in Madison Square Park in New York, and then we moved it to St. Paul, Minnesota, and we installed it right next to the Mississippi River. I kind of saw it as an homage to the light bulb in a way. They're actually light bulbs that have been modified. They've all been sawed open, and the filament has been replaced by an LED so that the power consumption would be very low. There was something about light bulbs disappearing, and when lights are made out of other materials like LEDs or fluorescent, these shapes are not efficient for those kinds of lights, so light bulb shapes are going to change. I've been working with low resolution, a few number of pixels for a long time, and I've been working flat for a real long time. My background is photography and filmmaking, and I wanted to somehow get out of working with flat things, and so this was a way of kind of exploding into 3 dimensions. It was also kind of like an experiment. I didn't know whether it would work or not, and the first prototype was just this big, and I would stand 6 inches away from it and pretend that was 20 feet here, and trying to simulate what it would be like large. At low resolution, there's not a lot of imagery that works. So the imagery almost needs to be very primal. Figures moving are something that we're very attuned to. You can look at this image right next to it, 2 feet away from it, and you completely cannot see people, but you completely feel the fact that people are walking by you. It's almost more interesting to look at this, with your peripheral vision than it is straight on, because then it's like real people walking by. Photographed these people in Grand Central Station in New York. I have done a number of works there. I like shooting there because the figures in the space, the people in the space are walking kind of in all different angles and running into each other. So it's very chaotic. I get all different kinds of responses, like, what the hell is that? To, wow, this is mesmerizing kind of thing. So I kind of like the fact that it exists right on the edge of perceptibility. Doing public art pulls me out of my very narrow, centric way of working and thinking about, the real world and space and people.